Joelle and welcome back to another week of Eating Like Celebrities. If you're new here, this is a series where I dedicate one day to a different person in the zeitgeist and eat some of their favorite foods. And as you can tell from today's title, we're eating like models for a week. Supermodels? I'm very excited. For me personally, I get married in less than a month. So you know what better way to force myself to go to the gym and to eat relatively better meals than I would typically feed myself? Then a YouTube challenge, yes. So the first model that we are eating and working out like today is none other than Miss Bella Hadid. Her workout is very intense. I personally tweaked my back over the weekend, so I cannot be going as hard as Miss Bella might, but I'm gonna incorporate elements of her workouts. For example, she starts with a stretch. She likes to do a mix of cardio and weights. I wanna say that she does a 10 or 20 minute run in her workout in addition to strength training. She's known for saying that she likes to go really hard, but in addition to the weights and cardio, she's also a big boxing girl. She loves her boxing classes. I could not book a boxing class today. They're all booked up and sold out. So I'm doing my nice little Rumble free trial and I'll insert those clips here for you to see. We're back post-workout. I could do most of the exercises that I normally do without making my back really hurt, but I should probably go see my chiropractor before I do anything crazy. We're starting the day off with a little immunity boost ginger shot. Miss Hadid is apparently a big green juice, ginger shot fan. I normally never spend my money on these because they're so expensive, but for the content, for y'all, cheers. Ugh, wow, it burns back your throat. But it's not as horrible tasting as I thought it would. Ooh, it's spicy though. Miss Bella says that she oftentimes gets an egg bagel sandwich on a plain bagel on the way down from her apartment in New York. She lives above a bagel shop apparently. Very New York of her. She's a very New York girl in her tastes, I feel like. I love a bagel sandwich, so I'm excited to make one. I have these Royo bagels that are apparently, they're higher protein, fewer carbs. I'm making mine with a little bit of Amy Lou breakfast sausage. It's not the round sausages that you'll find at like a bodega in New York, I feel like, but I'm gonna make do with what I have with some pepper jack cheese as well, which sounds delicious to me. And I'm a big breakfast sandwich girl, so I'm super excited for this breakfast. Oh my gosh. You cannot tell me that does not look delicious. Oh, hot, fluffy, flavorful. Nice little hint of spice from the sriracha and pepper jack. These bagels, I will admit, they taste healthy, but 90 calories, extra protein in my bagel. My bagels were never gonna be as good as the New York bagels anyways. I gotta go to New York for that. So while I'm here in LA, making this at home, I will take this. Models really are just like us because you know what Miss Hadid likes? Bella says that she's a fan of a salmon fillet and some veggies, which is one of my favorite easy sheet pan meals. I literally make this like once a week just in my little air fryer toaster oven from Breville, which is dream partnership. I just throw a protein, so either a salmon fillet or some chicken thighs and whatever veggies I have in my fridge on this little sheet tray and sprinkle it with some olive oil and whatever spices I can find in my pantry, and it makes a super delicious, quick and easy meal. I just go like 400 degrees for like 10-ish minutes for my salmon and veggies, and it's really easy for a weekday working at home. I'm honestly thrilled to be eating this right now. This to me looks like restaurant quality. Delicious. I really like a mix of textures and flavors, so adding the tzatziki and some pickled onion, it's a little bit of like tang to a dish that might feel a little homogenous because they use a lot of the same seasonings. Yeah, no, I feel like I just got a bowl at Cava or something. This is so good. Happy dinner time for Miss Bella's dinner. She is a very loud and proud self-proclaimed fan of pizza, so I'm going to get some, but before I do that, I'm gonna prep a salad for myself. She says that she really likes the Westville kale salad. Presumably Westville, I think it's a restaurant or like chain of restaurants in New York. I probably should have figured that out. I'm not a New York girly, but I did find a TikTok how to make the Westville kale salad. So that's what I'm following. However, It's not kale season, guys. I'm making small efforts to eat somewhat more seasonally, and in my little farm box this week, I got a really beautiful massive head of romaine lettuce, so I'm using romaine as my base. With that, the salad has walnuts, pumpkin seeds or pepitas, fresh navel oranges. It has feta or blue cheese. I'm gonna go with feta, and topped with a lemon vinaigrette. I decided to go to a place in LA that claims to have New York style pizza, and that's gonna be dinner tonight. I got a cheese pizza and a Nutella knot, which is not on the Bella Hadid menu, but it sounded really good. Cheers. The crust is nice and thin. Cheese is nice and salty. Very good. I mentioned how part of me doing this challenge is just to get me in the mindset to be focused on my fitness and what I'm putting into my body in preparation for the wedding. Obviously, another big part of wedding prep that I've been doing is intellectual and spiritual. So I've been reading books on marriage. Good morning. It is Miss Jung Ho-yeon's day. Besides being a model, an icon in Korea, she's most known for her appearance in season 1 of Squid Game, which was her first ever acting role that she killed. She ate, could never be replaced, could never be the same. The series was honestly at its peak when she was there. I feel like she was so good. But she's a known Pilates princess, which is very similar to the workout routines of a lot of K-pop stars in Korea. Pilates being very flexibility and strength, core focused. I'm gonna go take a little Pilates class. It seems like her and friends like Blackpink Jennie, they do the machine stand thing. Those classes though are very expensive. So I'm doing mat Pilates, which still works out, I feel like, all of the key parts of your body and is more accessible. Alrighty y'all, your girl is hungry. I read that Hoyeon is a smoothie bowl fan, which I could go out and get this a million places in LA, but it's so much easier and cheaper and normally yummier also to make it at home. I'm just gonna throw in some frozen banana, frozen berries, and maybe some frozen pineapple that has been in my freezer for way too long. I don't even know how long. I like to add some protein with Greek yogurt and sometimes a little protein powder and some milk, and we'll top it with whatever I have on hand. This is a nice looking smoothie bowl. Y'all, I might as well run a smoothie bar with how many random toppings I have on top. Add some nice crunch. The only thing that would make this more enjoyable if my teeth weren't so sensitive. I'm really sensitive to cold, so biting even like chilled fruit kind of hurts my mouth. Because I'm going into the office today, I have to pack my lunch in advance, so I'm whipping up a really quick Korean soup, doenjang, which is one of my absolute favorites. Apparently, Hoyeon's dad ran a little cafe, restaurant type of thing where he sold kind of traditional soups, and doenjang is definitely one of the most traditional. I feel like he would have sold it and it would have been something that she grew up with and enjoyed eating. It's also just a classic Korean soup. Like, I don't know a Korean that doesn't like doenjang. I'm just throwing a ton of veggies and tofu in it, and once again, things in my fridge that might go bad that I think fit. It also typically has potatoes, and I season it with a little bit of dashi powder. Should be very yummy. It's a fermented soybean soup, kind of like miso soup's thicker and more robust cousin. I'm also trying to make my Hoyeon iced Americano before I go to work. My espresso machine has been struggling so much. Look at this. For any of y'all that know espresso, you know this is not right. Okay, the benefit of Hoyeon not really specifying her dinner preference is that I know she really likes French fries and fried food as like a snack of choice. She said that in an interview. And my friend is having a little birthday get together at a Korean fried chicken place where he ordered some fries, some chicken, and other little Korean drinking snacks. So that's gonna be my unhealthy Chung Hoyeon inspired dinner.
This is where we're going.
Snakiai Day. This is peppermint tea. It's not part of the challenge just because I wake up in the morning and normally want something to drink. Anak, such a fun model. I learned about her for this video, but I'd seen her around before. She was scouted through a street photographer at Howard University's homecoming. She's not even a Howard student. She lied to her parents saying she's going to a debate to go to the homecoming. Comes back, news photo all over the news. People are calling for her, being like, she needs to be a model. I learned from her interviews that she'd actually been scouted multiple times before that moment, but she just held off, said no. Turned out the agency's been like, I don't think it's time yet. And correct she was, because when she finally did sign, it was like a whole moment, and she's had such an amazing career. For her workout, she's not as specific. I haven't found super detailed information, but I read that she generally likes to weight lift. So I'm just gonna go to the gym, do a simple weighted workout. I'm still being careful because my back is not quite right. And for breakfast also, she had a little less info on specifically what she eats, but she does say that she goes for a very high protein diet. So for breakfast, I figured I'd prep a little Greek yogurt bowl. I'm going into the office right from the gym, so I'm just gonna pack it with me. I'm gonna top it with some fruits and veggies. Maybe I'll pack some granola and nuts on the side so it doesn't get soggy throughout the day. That's gonna be my first meal. I'm so afraid.
Okay guys, I'm braving the streets of Hollywood to walk from my office to go get a burger because Anak says that whenever she's at her hotels, she tries to be adventurous, but she always ends up just getting her classic burger and fries. My kind of girl, love it. So I'm going to Irv's Burgers in Hollywood because it's near my office, but it's still like a mile away. So I am gonna speed walk to try to pick up this burger within my lunch break. We are working up a genuine sweat. I'm gonna be stinky when I'm back at the office. It's actually so nice of Irv's Burgers. I came to an Irv's, which is this, like an LA staple, with Sean a couple weeks ago, and I tagged them on Instagram and they were like, yo, next time you want a burger, come on by. And I was like, I will. So when I saw that Anak likes burgers, I was like, hey Irv, or whoever runs the Instagram, I'll be coming by. So they covered my burger. Just me disclosing that they gave me my burger and fries for free. Oh my gosh, beautiful. This man is staring at me eat my burger at the bus stop. Hello my friends. It's nighttime, it's after work. I have driven across the county and I'm meeting some friends for dinner. I will say, Anak did not have a ton of information out there on specifically what she likes to eat besides being high protein, and my friends really wanted hot pot. So we're going to get some hot pot. I will be keeping it very high protein, very low carb. I feel like when you get hot pot, it's mostly just a lot of meat and veggies. Either way, I feel like Anak, she's down for the various cultures. I feel like she'd be into some hot pot because it's delicious. Wait, Joelle, do you want a little thing? Huh? Do not use these plates. What would I do without my friends, guys? Well, hot pot with the girlies. We've made it. 2 months of scheduling. We are here.
We scheduled this in January.
Yes, but I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. Yes. Very high protein dinner, I feel like. I was like, low key. Look at that.
Not the baby today.
Good baby.
Good morning. It is Gabriette Day, y'all. Gabriette is one of the models that I actually followed for a long time, and it's not from her modeling, it's from her food posts. She is a Mexican-German model that started out in the dance world. She trained as a ballerina before moving into modeling, and she posts the most beautiful, delicious but also casual looking food videos on TikTok and Instagram. So my little sister actually first showed me her, being like, Joelle, you should try making food videos like this girl. And I was like, first of all, Danielle, this girl is sexy. You know what? I'm not gonna be on camera that, but love it so much. Her recipes look really delicious, and I feel like they're often inspired by her personal background. So for breakfast, she had this video of yam in a bowl of milk, which is actually a common Mexican snack. I believe it's called camotes con leche, which is just sweet potatoes with milk. It's a common street snack in Mexico of just vendors that will roast sweet potatoes or plantains on the street, and they serve it with syrups or condensed milk that you can drizzle on top. So hers was definitely like an elevated version. I think she used like date syrup and all these really beautiful spices in her milk that she boiled together and served on top of a roasted sweet potato. For her workout today, you'll notice I'm not working out. I was gonna go to a dance class because of her dance background, and I know she also does a variety of like strength training and other things to keep herself in tip-top shape, but my back is still hurting. So instead of working out, I'm going to the doctor. This is so good. The blend of the spices with the potato is incredible. Oh, so yummy. Wow, I like can't get over this. This is so good. Back from the doctor feeling much better. I've been working a little from home this morning, but I'm gonna make lunch before I have to head into the office. Gabriette did a collaboration with Springbone, which I believe is like a healthy bowl chain in the Northeast. She has a bowl with chicken, bone broth rice, carrots, pickled turnips, which I do not have, but I do have sweet potatoes, kale mix, which I also don't have, but I have lettuce, pickled peppers, tzatziki, and lemon. Sounds delicious. This is not a recipe, obviously, that she has on her page, so I'm kind of freestyling, as you can tell, but it sounds like a nice, really healthy lunch, so I'm excited to enjoy this. Wow, there's so many good things in this bowl. Gabriette, I apologize, I was not familiar with your game, but all these meals have been really good. Gabriette has made a video about some of her favorite grain-free snacks. One of which she mentioned I've already dug into last week because I got these early and I was super excited about them, but wild protein chips. Apparently they're grain-free, I had no idea. She was eating the original flavor in her little TikTok snack haul, but this is the spicy queso flavor. So good. These are made with chicken and bone broth. I ate these in my 100 grams of protein challenge, and this saves me so much. I feel like normally my snacks are very not nutritious. They're not really doing a lot for me except for like making me feel full, but 10 grams of protein per 25 chips. Another snack she mentioned, Smart Sweets. I'm pretty sure I've tried Smart Sweets before, and I thought they tasted absolutely foul, rancid, never wanted to put them in my body again. But she acted like they were the most delicious things ever. So I'm trying the peach rings, which are one of the ones that she also showed in her video. Only 3 grams of sugar per bag. That's crazy. This is what a Smart Sweets peach ring looks like. I do like that these are super sour, but they have that stevia flavor from, you know, relying on non-sugar sweeteners. It's okay, but the texture is very squishy. Oh, it's like, that one's like ripped. Like it doesn't have like bounce, you know? The chew is different. It just kind of mushes in your mouth. I'm not gonna be indulging in any more of these, but I will be having more of these. For Gabriette's dinner, I really wanted to make her agua chile recipe. It looks so good. I love raw fish, and when I saw her post that video, I was just like, saved, need to make that. Agua chile, it's raw fish, but like marinated in a really delicious, like herby, citrusy sauce, I suppose. However, I don't have the fish. I know that like sushi grade raw fish is something you need to get very fresh, so I just figured I would get it at the grocery store today, but it's already dinner time, so I need to run over. I also feel like putting a little makeup on. I don't know, you know when you feel kind of gross because you just haven't been making yourself presentable for a while? I feel like I need to make myself presentable and I'm gonna feel good, have a nice productive night, but I want to make this agua chile before the sun goes down because then the light's gonna get bad. I literally had so little of a morning routine today. I don't even think I put sunscreen on. So of course now that the sun's going down, I'm putting sunscreen on. Models, I feel like, play such a big role in cultural discourse of like beauty standards and whatnot. They're literally considered the standard in modern society, and at the end of the day they really are just girlies. that were born looking a certain way that happen to be what people want to look at and pay them for. So I feel like I definitely don't want to be like over glorifying models, who they are, their cultural significance through making videos like this, but I do think that it's something that we can just like have fun with, you know? Like, it's fun to look at people for style inspiration, makeup inspiration, just like overall aesthetic inspiration, and obviously in my case like food and fitness inspiration as well. And I just feel like there should be a way for us to enjoy getting inspiration from other people without like putting them on so high of a pedestal and forgetting that they too are indeed human, just making human decisions on an everyday basis. Okay, let's make this agua chile. So Gabriette used albacore tuna. They did not have tuna. This is what they had, so this is what we're working with. It's actually a very simple recipe. All I really have to do is blend together some pineapple, cucumber, shallot, garlic, chives, cilantro, olive oil, jalapeno, salt, and lime juice. And then she just topped it with some veggies from her fridge, so I'm gonna pull out whatever I have for some crunch and some color. Looks pretty darn cute, not gonna lie. I plated this with just the hamachi rather than the salmon, just because I feel like, I don't know if it's gonna taste good together, so I wanted to start with just one. I'm scared this is gonna taste bad after all the effort I put into it. I didn't strain it with a cheesecloth because I don't own a cheesecloth. I just strained it with a mesh strainer, and it was clearly not enough because it's a little thicker than it's supposed to be, but you know, more fiber got in, and dietary fiber, good for us. Cheers! Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. The flavors of this are so complex. Pineapple makes it definitely sweet, but then you have like the kick from the jalapeno and then the chili oil I put on top. The onions and the celery add a nice little crunch and like sharp flavor, which is really good. And then I just had this like sage, I think, from my farm box that I just threw on top. That's pretty good. Good morning. It's our very last day of eating like supermodels for the week, and today's model had to include Miss Kendall Jenner, who I feel like when I think of stereotypical LA model, I probably think of her, though maybe she's based in New York. I have no idea. That Pepsi commercial was crazy, so hopefully her inclusion in this doesn't make people mad, just because I know some people have like really strong feelings about the Jenners and I don't fully know why. For her workouts, sounds like she does a broad range of things. Strength, maybe some yoga Pilates, some cardio. It's Friday though, so I am going to go down the cardio route with my friend Anna. We're gonna go on a little jog and then get some coffee together after. And then we're gonna jump into Miss Kendall's breakfast.
This is where we're running today. Gonna probably run 4 miles, I think. That's kind of like my standard for a good jog that is tiring, but not gonna hurt myself. Anna, tell us what you got.
This is the matcha Vienna.
Matcha Vienna. Gorge.
Wow.
Wow. She's cute. I got my little Vienna Einsprinter. This is not a Kendall Jenner institution, by the way. But we wanted to come to this coffee shop for so long, Yeems in K-Town, and look at how beautiful the drinks are. We've been seeing it all over TikTok, so we must try. Cocoa powder on top. Very yummy. How is it?
Try it.
You want to try some? Not a coffee girl, not a coffee girl. Oh, strong matcha flavor. Matcha. What would you rate it? Scale 1 to 10.
8.5. Oh, because I'm a simple woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Post-workout, I do not have very much time at all, but Miss Kendall's breakfast. She apparently has, okay, whenever these people say that they eat the same thing every day, I don't believe them. Who eats the same thing every day? But a common breakfast that she's known to have is avocado toast with an egg and oatmeal. I bought these avocados a full week ago, expecting them to ripen. solid, rock hard. I've been putting it in a bag so that they would ripen faster with like an apple. Not edible. Not edible. So my plans for avocado toast are unfortunately foiled right now. So what I can execute upon though is the oatmeal. Alrighty, so as I'm starting my oatmeal, I'm actually gonna start by heating up some butter. Already sizzling. Some diced apples, some maple syrup, pumpkin spice, vanilla extract, and then a little squeeze of lemon. Now that my apples are starting to soften, I'm adding some oats. Also, wait, do you guys want to see my back after visiting the doctor yesterday? That was a weird way to ask that, but I got cupping done on my back for the first time, and it helps, like, wait, let's see if you can see. Can you see? The way that it works is the doctor put these little suction cups on my back, and it lifts the muscles up to allow blood to get in and heal the inflammation. So my back does feel a little better today, but sitting at a desk all day definitely does not help. But for anyone curious about the health journey, just thought I'd share. Because I feel like I've seen people with those little back cup suction marks, but I've never done it myself. So okay, we're having a Kendall lunch now. Apparently she keeps it pretty simple. Oftentimes for lunch we'll just have a very colorful salad with a lot of different nutritious veggies and some protein, which sounds great to me. I have a lot of veggies in my fridge that I'm dying to use up. I also know I didn't have tea this morning because I was out with Anna, but Kendall says she drinks like a scullion cups of tea every single day. I don't know if that was said in the context of her promoting a tea product or something. I, once again, could not find the primary source, only the secondary source. So because of that, I believe it sounded like she was having like herbal teas and that sort of thing. So I have one of my favorite herbal teas, which is this really delicious mint tea, and I'm gonna enjoy that as I get ready, make my lunch, and I'm excited for the salad, honestly. The salad looks so good. This reminds me of what I would eat in high school a lot. At my high school's cafeteria, they actually had an amazing salad bar. California private schools. I don't watch the Kardashians, but I know the meme of shaking the salad to mix it, like a to-go salad that comes from their reality show. I should have made this in a Tupperware so I could shake it, but it is legitimately such a tragedy that every time you eat, there's dishes to do afterwards. I feel like I'm constantly doing dishes. I did dishes right after I cooked, but then now I ate and there's more dishes. But anyways, I'm having a snack. Kendall has says that one of her favorite little sweet treats is a Justin's peanut butter cup. This is basically a bougie Reese's. Oh, and this is dark chocolate, my favorite. Cheers. The peanut butter is like very wet. Is that the right word? That makes it sound unappetizing. It is good, but you see it's not like crumbly like Reese's. Really good snack. It was delicious. For Miss Kylie Jenner's dinner, a Calabasas girl, we gotta have some John and Vinny's. She said in an interview apparently that cacio e pepe, specifically from John and Vinny's, is one of her favorite go-tos. If you've never had cacio e pepe before, it's basically a pepper and cheese pasta. So I want to say it's one of those dishes that people say it's relatively simple recipe, but it's very hard to do well. I don't think I've ever had it from John and Vinny's. If you've never been to John and Vinny's, it's a very classic, trendy LA Italian spot. It's like neon and like these millennial green and pink branding. And it got kind of cold as I brought it home. I might stick it in my air fryer because I don't have a microwave. But I'm very excited to try this. And I don't want to see comments being like, Kendall Jenner is too skinny, she doesn't eat cacio e pepe. I'm sure the girl has had this once and enjoyed it. And I hope she does get to indulge in and enjoy some cacio e pepe every now and then. You know, it'd be kind of mean if I ate a cucumber in her honor, in honor of that viral video of her attempting to cut a cucumber. But you know what? Part of me really wants to think that that video was staged just for the drama, just for the comedy, because the Kardashian-Jenner family, if there's one thing they know how to do, it's a PR stunt. You know what? I do have all these chopped cucumbers here, and I do kind of want a vegetable. No tea, no shade, Kendall. I just wanted a cucumber. Okay, got a little dehydrated, but that's okay. We're gonna bring it back to life. Already, this smells so good. It smells so buttery and delicious. This would be really good with a dirty martini if I wanted to make myself a cocktail on a random night by myself. That's really good. Got a little kick from the black pepper, from copious amounts of black pepper. Cheese tastes great. It's rich, it's creamy. It's got a little funk from the cheese. Realize also that this is our last meal of eating like models. Do we think that I took better care of myself this week? Regardless of any physical changes or anything like that, do I feel better? Honestly, yeah. I feel like I needed a little motivation to get out of my house, to be moving my body on a more regular basis, and to realistically be eating 3 meals a day. Sometimes I'm working and I like eat a girl dinner, but like in the way that's actually bad, where it's just like snacks and it's very little nutritional value, and I feel like it's really forced me to be more intentional about putting good fuel into my body. I was taking inspiration, and I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this inspired you to either try some dishes that you've never had before, or just to get out there and move your body and feel good and take care of yourself. But thank you guys so much for watching. Love y'all, and if you have any other people that you would like me to eat like, let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!